Welcome to the first installment of Bam and Slam Movie Reviews. Today I have my daughter Sasha with me. I'm Brian. We're hoping, as we said in our welcome video, to give you a broader perspective by having different generations and different genders come on and review movies. And this is something we've talked about doing for a long time. Our entire family's movie buffs. We go see a lot of movies. We've studied film, studied actors, have a lot of knowledge. We think that we can give you a genuinely good review of what kind of information you want to decide whether or not these are movies you want to go see, give you some ideas of stuff to rent on DVD. And so we thought, why not do this on the heels of the most anticipated movie in cinematic history, bringing back an iconic cast of characters, and including our furry friend. That's right, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked. Just kidding. We're talking about Star Wars, of course, bringing back Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Chewbacca. I personally can't say anything negative about this film. I hate to say it on the first time we're doing a review, but I loved it. And I would have to give it a great big, more than just a bam, but a wha-bam. I think they did everything right with this movie. I went into it with a lot of anticipation, seeing the original cast brought back, but also with a lot of fears. Really generated from the prequels, which I can't really say a whole lot of good about. Didn't like the casting, the writing, dialogue, anything in the prequels. Loved everything about this one. Loved the casting. Loved the chemistry of the new characters. Loved their characters themselves. Loved the chemistry between them and the original cast. I didn't think that they poured too much nostalgic into it, like what you see with maybe the Expendables movies, which is fun with those, but that wouldn't have been good for this movie, but they did it just right. This movie, what I really liked about it is it's truly a stand on its own movie. This could have been called Space Wars instead of Star Wars or Space Battles or whatever, and could have been a new movie bringing a whole new series of films together. These characters didn't even have to be necessarily characters that you already knew with the original cast. They could have been introduced as who they were in these films, but of course they were, and we loved them. Harrison Ford, spectacular job, I think, as Han Solo. What I really thought was great, it's been 30 years, and Harrison Ford really got right back into character. I mean, it was Han Solo. He didn't forget how to be Han Solo. He brought it to the screen. It was a magnificent performance by him. Chewbacca. Was really glad that they gave Chewbacca, I know that's one of your favorites, right?
Yeah.
Chewbacca got his own moments in this film, which was really great. Something that was one of the things I would have said about some of the originals, that he never got his own personal moment, and he did in this, and I was glad to see that. They brought some humor into this one, which was really better than any of the humor. There was a little bit of humor off some of the characters in Empire Strikes Back, but this one had, I felt, the best humor. By no means is it a comedy, but it keeps it light, keeps it fun. It's a very fast-paced movie, from the word go. Kylo Ren, the new villain. What did you think of Kylo Ren?
I thought he was great.
I
he
thought
really did interpret a son who was supposed to be torn mentally between having his grandfather being the dark side while his dad, who thought disappointed him, on the light side.
Right, and it was, a lot of people thought, I think, with seeing the Kylo Ren in the trailers and stuff, that they were going to try to mimic Darth Vader, but that's not at all what they did. This is a much more, really in-depth character, I think, than Darth Vader was. He was very straightforward and calculated. This is a character with a lot of emotions, a little bit unstable. It's going to give a lot more things to play out for that character in the future, and I think really, because I was really not a fan of Darth Maul, so that was one of my fears too, that we would have another villain character who wasn't quite up to par with, like a Darth Vader or something, but they did it really right, I think, with Kylo Ren. What do you think of the new heroes? We have Rey, we have Finn, we have Poe. Of course, there's BB-8, the new droid that, yes, they were totally able to make you become endeared with this droid the way that you did R2-D2.
And C-3PO.
Yeah, so they clearly shadowed a lot of what was done with the original series, without directly stealing from it, but giving you what you wanted out of Star Wars. and keeping what I feel was the tradition of Star Wars that was lost in the prequels, bringing it back. The Force Awakens, to me, perfect title because it did reawake the Force, it reawake Star Wars.
After 32 years.
Yeah, I thought, and well, that's way older than you, so, but yes, for me especially, I mean, I remember dressing up as Luke Skywalker as a kid, running around.
How old would have you been?
Not very
When it
old,
first
10
came
maybe, 9, something like that. So I think, you know, if I was to tell anybody, I would go see the film twice. I've seen it twice myself because the first time you're going to go in with all them expectations of what you hope to see and don't see, and what you've heard rumor, different things like that. Second time you go in without them, you can actually just enjoy the film and not expect this and that and hope for this and that. And like I said, there were things that I thought prior to the film, if this is how it goes, I'm going to be unhappy with it. And that wasn't the case because some of those things did go that way and it just worked. It was perfect. It all makes sense now how things went with the I guess advertisement leading up to the film. And you know, I can't see anybody going in and having any kind of disappointment with the film.
Unless they enjoyed the prequels.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the prequels, you might be disappointed with this one. That's all I would say that for sure. I definitely think that Daisy Ridley as Rey, spectacular performance, spectacular character. You know, it's a time period which we have a lot of strong female leads going on with, you know, Hunger Games, Divergent, and different things like this. You have, you know, a lot of female empowerment, which I think is good going on in the movie industry. She is going to be, I believe, one of the best of those characters that you see coming out. She was spectacular in this. You love her character, love going along with her throughout the story. I look forward to seeing what happens with her definitely in the future. And the most spectacular thing, I don't want to give this away, so we're going to try not to spoil this, but I will say this. It truly was the best ending of any Star Wars movie. All Star Wars movies try to leave a little something. You're anticipating the next one. And with this one, they were, you know, it was almost like, what are they going to do to build up the hype and anticipation for the next movie with everything that came in, you know, leading up to this one to make us want that next movie as much as we wanted this one. Well, they did it. You know, J.J. Abrams, hats off to him. Casting was spectacular. Directing, the script, you know, the way everything played out. And you know, to me, it's a testament to the guy because I look at the new Star Trek movies. I think he did a spectacular job in the casting of them. When you're casting roles like that, and with this, you know, you have to get it right because people have so many expectations of what they want out of the characters. So he's done a marvelous job with that. Finn, another character that there's a lot of questions I think surrounding Finn when at the end of this movie, like where's his character going? I have some thoughts on my own of where he's going to go with that. But another great character, and probably the character that doesn't really shadow anybody from the originals, like Poe, another character I liked real well, played by Oscar Isaacs. Clearly somewhat shadowed a Han Solo type character. Rey kind of shadows a Luke Skywalker type character. Finn doesn't really have anybody that you kind of link him to from the originals, but you know, a great addition to the movie. Brought a lot to the screen, a lot of enjoyment. I don't know. I don't know what else I can really say about it except go see it. Go see it more than once. Spectacular movie. I would give it, again, I hate to say it, being the first one, but 5 out of 5 BAMs. I don't have any slam for this movie whatsoever. How about you?
I thought it was very good, but I haven't seen the old ones for a while, so I can't really put it next to the other and say it was better than the others because I don't remember the others very well, but I thought it was very entertaining, something that you're not going to get very bored at, especially Han Solo because he's so sarcastic and sassy. And I did think that the one scene, which we're not trying to give away spoilers, that you did see more of a relationship and how close Chewbacca and Han were.
Yeah, I thought they did it. They did a great job with every storyline in the movie. Didn't even though they had a lot to put in this movie, a lot to catch you up with somewhat, and a lot to present you with, I thought that they gave everybody their right amount of time. Nothing was forced, nothing was done overdone. Again, I can't say enough about it. So go see Star Wars, go see it twice, take the whole family. It's fun for all generations, and come back and see us again. We're going to be reviewing some of the movies coming out. I know Hateful Eight's going to be a big review we're going to do. The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm looking forward to. We're going to do a recap of movies that we've seen over this year. I really want to get a chance to talk about Creed, another movie that was spectacular.
Seen like 8 times.
I've seen a few times now in the theaters. And we'll do, and then we'll lead into some of the movies that we're anticipating for next year, like Batman versus Superman, of course. Or Superman versus Batman, I guess, however it's lined up, another big one coming out. So come back and see us. Again, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the review. Ready? So like us, subscribe to us, come back and see us. And for now, may the force be with you.